I don't
Is
know
this
what it.
delirium that we're experiencing?
No. Um, to the people who have the degrees and know the things, what is it called? When right before you have to do something, the silliest fucking shit comes into your head. Because that's why I honestly always giggle. Because I was like, what if
Always
I started the
giggle.
episode like, we're here, we're queer, and we're not going to take it anymore? Welcome to a new episode of Black Girl Charmed. I am your who I look like I had a one night stand. Co-host Rae, joined by my co-host.
Avoiding these kids on Mother's Day. No.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, it is a Mother's Day episode of Charmed, a show about women with motherless behavior. Um,
One of us ain't got a mom, one of us ain't got
listen,
kids. It works out well.
ooh, I don't have a dad.
I haven't dad either.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
have a
right.
stepdad.
Yeah,
I mean, I technically, I am physically in possession of it.
yeah. Yo,
I'm
off
sorry.
topic, on
That was
topic,
inappropriate.
off topic, on topic. 1 year for Father's Day, they were like, Rae, how come you can't think of any Father's Day sales? Guys, my dad's dead.
Where you
Wow, way to bring the meeting down. You want to call me out? I'll make us all uncomfortable.
at? It should have been Happy Father's Day, 10% off to the ones who came back after getting the milk.
Oh man. Well, before we get into the report, I do want to apologize for falling off the map. Life has been lifing. I was treated like a redheaded stepchild. I mean, I know I have the red hair, but good gosh. And the internet was not our friend.
It was brutal. It was brutal. But we're here now, and we're gonna
we're
make it
here.
work.
We're here. We're queer. That is the AKA. I'm gonna see if I can make that the AKA without us getting sued.
Okay, okay. We played D&D last night, and it was so we typically play a campaign, uh, and when we're missing people or if it's like a holiday or something like that, we'll do a one shot. So one shot typically does not affect the campaign. It might be derivative of the original campaign, whatever.
I know what a
So,
one shot is because you
but
have
maybe I did
invaded my fucking TikTok algorithm.
good, good, good. So we were actually playing Shad, which is a horror, one of the most known horror themed D&D campaigns that are out there. And so he did a 80s version. It was called Weekend at Shad's. And so every like room had some sort of um,
Rumor it happened.
no, every room had like some sort of like I can't think of the word, but like a throwback to an 80s movie. So the
Like
first room
a
we went
pun.
into, yeah, so the first room we went into was The Breakfast Club.
Oh.
And my character is a old barbarian grandmother who has taken up the barbarian lifestyle because her human husband has died. And so she danced to Don't You Forget About Me to distract so that my other party members could do what they had to do. It was a blast. It was fun. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. But that was my Saturday night.
Um, That was not my Saturday. I honestly, I bed rot so hard on a
Bed
Saturday
rotting is so
now.
good.
Uh, that,
As you should, though. I feel like your Monday through Fridays are so intense. I mean, my husband does not, but I love a good bed rot. Sink into those sheets, why don't you?
I physically needed it. I didn't know I needed it, but I mean, I knew I needed it, but I didn't
Hmm.
know. Um, we had our children for most of the day.
Are you getting the third now?
No, 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 no. Actually,
I'm stop calling you
we can. I'm
Fosters.
gonna cut this out.
Right, right. I'm gonna
That
start calling you
baby.
Fosters. That's gonna be your the house. That's gonna be
Yeah.
your Apple ID.
Jumping into the report, mine is long because duh, it's me.
Mhm.
I it's so funny. From the time it took us from the original recording, which was 420, to now,
Dang.
yeah, I have completely caught up on Humble Brag. That is Cynthia and Crystal's podcast. Oh my god. Uh, you make that face.
I didn't make any face, man.
Anyway, you were like this baby an audio only podcast. Let me relax. Let me fucking relax. No, bitch. No, you gonna be on anyway. Fuck.
Struggling. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I meant, why are you watching?
Oh. Okay, hold on. Um, so I'm watching Humber Brag. Your face be damned. I'm not even watching it. I'm listening to it. I have I have replaced watching television because I stopped moving as an eye when it came to TV shows and started moving
Yeah.
like a we. So I have to find other things to obsess over, i.e., the rewatchables, i.e., Humble Brag with Cynthia and Crystal, because Crystal is the cheapest motherfucker I have ever listened to. She is going on a below deck style vacation for one of her friend's birthday. Her
That's
friend
nice.
owns the boat. Crystal was like, "That's cool. I'm gonna fly in coach and mind my business. Y'all can enjoy whack ass first class." Because she was like, the level of first class you get for how long the flight is isn't like first class. You're not getting a bed. Why am I paying for that? I'm gonna sit my ass in coach. And then she got a whole row to herself, had her pillow and her blanket. She was good to go. She out here dropping, cheap travel tips. Ugh. And you were on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. How dare you? But also, that's how you keep your money. That's how you keep your
And she
money.
married Alan Menken. Man, get out of here.
I know her. She loves to call him her little Lion King. Ugh.
Oh, that is kind of. I mean, when you put it that way, it's raw.
I know, but I like Crystal is the type of rich I want to be. Where
You're so rich, you act broke. Yes.
no,
Um,
where she's like, hey. Also, in editing the podcast, I realize how often we say like these two bitches have a coin jar for how many times they say like on their podcast. So I
I
don't
stopped
feel
being concerned when I started listening to other people's podcasts, and I just realized that we are part of millennials who just say like and like.
I know. But sometimes when you have to listen to the episode 3 and 4 times, you're just like, I will stab myself if I say it again. You know
The
what? Take
problem
it
is too,
off.
and then when you take out the filler words, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. They don't take out a filler word, and the sentence sounds so weird.
But it's refreshing to hear other podcasters have
Yeah,
that plight. Um, Cynthia has convinced me that when it is our turn to star on our relative franchises, because I feel like this is what's going to happen. Me and you are going to set the trend of being on two shows at once.
no.
Like, no, like, you're like the Real Housewives of South Carolina, because, that's where you at. That's where you choose to be.
Okay,
I'm not staying here because he want to leave, so I guess I gotta go. Um,
right.
so wherever I end up, and we'll like when it's my season, you come on for our BGC events, and when it's your
Oh,
season,
okay.
so yeah,
I
we be
thought you were
on.
saying that I was going to do another podcast, and I was like, I'm not doing it.
Girl, no, I was talking about because Housewives does need a little bit of a shakeup. Some things are getting very stale.
Yeah, which is why I
I
haven't watched
just
the Housewives shows in like 2 years now.
Yeah, which is why I'm suggesting, you know,
I'm too poor
bi-coastal
to be.
housewives.
I'm too poor to be on
Ooh!
Housewives.
If Mia could be a motherfucking real housewives of
But
Potomac.
Mia's on Potomac.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Because,
Because none of them live in Potomac either.
exactly, because Potomac said, don't bring that ghetto shit around here. We have an image to
Right,
obtain.
right. I would.
I mean,
I'm
sorry,
gonna.
maintain. But
Mm, mm,
either way, fine.
mm.
We'll have our own show. It doesn't matter. I'm just speaking bags into our future. You better stop being a negative Nelly. Anyway, if we do have to be in a housewives type show, Cynthia has convinced me to be a friend.
I'd be a friend, so I
Yeah.
could just sit. So when they argue, and I could be like, I only got one thing to say here about the arguing, and then I would just leave, and it'd be great, and I don't have any consequences to my actions.
Cause I know myself. When people start arguing, once it doesn't have anything to do with me, I'm going to disassociate.
I get nosy. I
And
get real nosy.
I turn it on and off depending on how loud it gets, but more times than not, I'll disassociate because after a
Mm.
while, I just can't hear the same yammering with no actual conclusion. And production is just going to have a supercut of me the
You'll be
minute I
like,
dissociate.
I feel like, you know how Candy always eats during arguments? That's what it's gonna be like.
Yes.
That's what it's gonna be like for
Yes.
you. But it would be a supercut of you Irish goodbying.
Girl, what did you call her Uber? You remember when she said for the 14th time, that's not what I said? That's when I called my Uber. Right then.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of outrageous behavior, I watched Coyote Ugly
I haven't watched that in a
because
minute.
I just needed something silly and goofy.
Yeah.
Um, I watched 911. I watched a
I feel for you
funeral
guys. I don't watch 911, but y'all fandom's going through it. And I feel for you.
because it's just so stupid. Actually, Michael did make a good point because the show was getting a little stale. Jennifer Love Hewitt got kidnapped for the umpteenth time again, and now she's rocking some throat makeup for the foreseeable future. Oh, and she's pregnant. Surprise! So, yes, I get it. But also, that's what we came to the show for.
Right.
It's so fantastical. But I love watching it and seeing Jose's eyes twitch whenever they did something incorrectly. Or it's like, why would you do that? There's no need to do that. And if you are going to do that, that's not how you do that. Like, I love that commentary, but
I can't
whatever.
believe it's been on for so long. That's crazy.
I'm mad. I'm mad. Peter has made me cry on 6 Feet Under, Parenthood, and now this. Peter, I love you, but fuck you. I love you, but fuck, you're a good actor. Um, I finished Daredevil Born again for sillies. I watched Step Up too. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Um, Catching up on Matlock. Caught up on Elsbeth. My gay slash mom propaganda show. You
I
could be
always
a
say
gay
I'm
mom
gonna
too.
watch it, and then I never do.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You don't need to watch it if you watch Will Trent.
Okay.
Because the same silliness that Will Trent, tickles, Elsbeth tickles in a similar fashion. And I feel because you
Elsbeth is
like
so good.
one, yeah.
So good.
Because Elsbeth is just very campy with it.
Okay. Okay.
It's always whoever is the most famous person in the episode is who did it. It's somebody from Broadway is bound to pop up. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it's well, sliding right into Will Trent. Will Trent is just it's so goofy, and if you look at it from the standpoint that the four cops are Amanda's kids, it is
Yeah.
the best show ever when it comes to propaganda.
They're all like brother. It's so cute. Except the only episode I really didn't like this season was the horse one. I It didn't catch my attention.
You didn't like seeing a big boy.
It was it didn't catch my attention. Every other episode though has been hands down really good this season. Which you typically have the second season slump, but especially now that Marion is out of here.
Ooh, get that bitch out of here. When people start discovering Will Trent and then they realize that Marion is on the show and that's how I will refer to her, I'm always like, do you want me to spoil it? And I feel like that question is spoiling it.
Right, right.
But
But
when people give you heebie jeebies, I just feel like that kind of spoiler is
right,
necessary.
right. And I'm glad that
Um,
it's not just us that were like, oh, she's in it. So it's good. It's good. What else
it
have you
made
been
me
watching?
mad because Jose, he loves network television. So he watches shows like The Conners and shit. And I forgot whatever it was.
Really?
Yeah, he loves network television. That is
He likes him
his
a
hat.
good 30-minute rom com.
Mm-hmm.
He
He
don't look like
watches.
it, but okay.
Oh, he loves Big Bang Theory. He had me watching Young Sheldon.
I remember
Uh,
that. I remember that.
Made me cry during. Oh, I hate him. But yeah, he loves a good network series. And I forgot what was her show's lead in, but that's how he started watching the show. So I would like definitely do my doom scrolling during that show, but look
Hmm.
up every so often like, oh God, I love you, but why are you on this show with her? So when it got canceled, I was like, yay! But
I didn't realize he was a network guy. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah. Oh, he had me. He's now watching The Neighborhood. He loves him a good. All his shows got canceled. He was the one person outside of Ashley Ray who was watching the Night Court reboot. Okay?
I didn't know.
You
I
know,
thought it got canceled last season. I didn't
no.
know
You
it
know how
stayed
many
on.
episodes are on my motherfucking DVR of that fuck ass show?
Don't get me started with.
Do I love Wendy Malick? Yes. Do I think she deserved better? Hell yes. Ugh,
I'm still upset about that found.
I know. I know. First Grand Crew, now this. Y'all thought we forgot? Nah.
The
You
only reason
know,
why I was okay with Grand Crew was because of the way it ended. There was some sort of finality to it, and so I was okay with that. But found,
just like that man who tried to sell me a $6 Nathan's hot dog, NBC, you will not be seeing the gates of heaven.
you and this Nathan's hot dog. I'm still upset. What else have you been doing?
Below Deck Down Under, the men on the show are really weird this season.
Okay, let me go watch it.
They're so, from the male sous chef to the bosun to the deckhands, the men, even Harry, he's weird. I've restarted Reacher. Oh, well, yeah, I restarted and finished Reacher season 3, so I'm fully caught up on that. Finally
I was
watched.
gonna watch Reacher, and then I found out that my man watched it without me, so he can go fuck himself, and I'll never watch it.
Oh, you see, um,
I feel
to
you. I
that.
feel you.
mm, I watched Den of Thieves Pantera. As O'Shea said, franchise him, so I can't wait for part 3.
Okay.
And because I needed a really good caper, something funny and silly, I watched Ocean's 13.
Okay. Okay. Look at you.
And that's it. That's it.
Look at you. Look at you. I mean, I am one episode behind on behind Beyond the Gates. I didn't watch that yet. Only because I went out to lunch with my husband and picked up the baby early, and I just haven't had a chance to watch it. So, but
First of
I mean, I will
all,
be caught up before Monday.
no, first of all, CBS, soccer, soccer.
Then the Pope Thursday was delayed 15 minutes by the Pope.
Ask
It's
somebody,
given racism. It's given racism.
ask somebody who worked for Men in Blazers. Soccer? How dare you? How dare you?
It's just so. I mean, I
And
look. First of all, I don't like the new Ted recasting, and I know that they haven't showed him yet, but from pictures, I feel like original Ted, turtleneck Ted, had this aura about him, like Bill, right? From the screen grabs, there was this aura. There's an aura about Bill. You know, he's. I mean, but anything he plays, he's a dick. But there's
right.
this. There's an
I
aura
can't see
about.
him. I forgot what his
Uh,
name is. What his name
this
was
new.
on Queen Sugar, but you always gonna be that type of man. But somebody on Twitter ruined it for me. Ruined it is an exaggeration.
Okay.
But they said they understand why his role was recast. It's because he does that shimmy sway and a
I
montage
love.
and
I love
a
this way.
montage of him
I know
doing that
exactly
shimmy
what you're talking
sway
about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
was played in my head. I'm like, that is his little 1-2 move.
I love it though. I don't know, like from the screen grabs, Nicole and this new guy. I like girl, if you don't want to fight for him, we get it. We get it. Like if you want Leslie to have him, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Like, um, I'm. I guess I'm caught up to date with Found.
Oh, first of all, before we finish on Beyond the Gates,
Go
Kat
ahead.
and her mama, I never want to be dragged by either one of them.
Eva and her
No,
mama or Cat and her mama? Oh,
Cat and her
dragged by
mom.
them. Oh yeah, Cat. Yeah, damn, damn. She read Eva the Filth, and I was like,
Like it hurt my feelings.
oh, I don't like Tomas for her, girl. Keep your coochie on lock.
Girl, Friday finna piss you off. I'm gonna just say
I
that.
heard. I heard. I will. I'm sure I will. I be trying because I know a lot of times I watch it before you do, and I be trying so hard to not text you while I'm watching it.
I felt so happy being able to watch it in real time on Monday.
Ugh, what else? Oh, I read this series. It was okay. Been reading. It's called Our Lady of Fire. I
Hmm.
wouldn't recommend it.
Well then.
I it came from a TikTok post from the author itself, and the the blurb, the summary, how she presents her book is great. It's
The follow
slow
through.
building, no smut. Even in places where you think that there would have been smut, there's no smut. The only black character dies. Um,
Kill your blacks.
the original character, like the protagonist, the female
Hmm.
protagonist has this like Anastasia thing going on where she's talking to herself in her head, and that irked my nerves because you think that there's going to be a build up to her talking to herself in her head, and there's not. She's just talking to herself in her head. I read all three books, so it wasn't even like okay, the first book was the best one out of them, and it just went downhill from there. So I would not recommend. I'm not going to give you guys the author. I just won't recommend it. Um, but I am about to read. I do have Quicksilver. That's supposed to be good. It's like a TikTok popular book that I got from the library, and I also have Kennedy Ryan Real. I do I do like Kennedy Ryan's books. Not all of them are amazing, but I do like Kennedy Ryan a lot. So uh, we'll see about this one. I'm excited. I'm excited. Other than that, those are my shows I read. Oh, I've been doing. Did I tell you? I've been doing subliminals. I've been doing subliminals.
Yes.
So those have been. I have my little oscillos in my ear, and I do my mother of all boosters at the beginning, and I do like. I think I have like 2 hours of subliminals on reboot while I sleep. And when I say it has changed my personality for the better, because things that I should have and typically would have cussed people out for this week, I was like, you got that. Everybody deserves to be a villain in their own story. I will be the villain in your story if that is what you need. And people were like, I'm surprised you did not give her the reaction that she wanted. And I was like, I really sat there and tried to care.
Kerry Washington said it best. I have to respect your opinion in order to be affected by your opinion.
Yeah,
So,
I just don't. And I think too, so like my subliminals aren't like they're to have your. And I've noticed too that since listening to like the couple of boosters I have, and then certain subliminals, I'll be saying things into existence and watching it shit happen 3 days later. I'm like, oh, I did that. That was me. And it when I say just like nonchalantly, and it'll happen, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. I
yeah,
will share my subliminals with you if you like. I have three different versions.
I love that chaos magic
Yeah.
ish.
And I made a money bowl. I made a new money bowl. I think the reason my old money bowl wasn't working because I didn't use sea salt. I used table salt, and apparently you have like, well,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, I've read salt is salt, but clearly salt's not salt. So I made a new one, and things have been popping. So,
First of
speaking
all,
of,
you sound like Cynthia Bailey. She started walking around with like cinnamon in her purse, and she said, I say these affirmations to myself, and I've been booked and busy. And
right,
I
right,
don't know if it's the cinnamon, but I'm gonna keep doing it. And you see, and you like, why are you listening to that podcast anyway?
because you need to be listening to
We
me. I'm the one who got subliminals. I am. Oh, Sleep Token came out with their album. Friday. My vinyl is coming. I have not unwrapped and listened yet. That'll be a listening experience to itself. Um, and I am speaking to existence that I will be in the stands in October watching Vessel perform. So that's the highlight of it. It looks like I am going to be doing a market pretty soon at the place we go play D&D. I know the owner, and he was to a summer market, so it looks like I'll be on the road, which will be exciting because I don't want to be taking pictures on Etsy. And I know I should. And I have all the fabric and stuff on the floor to do it. And I've cleared off the table. But maybe I need to do like subliminals for a girl, get your ass up and start taking care of your business.
Girl, we were
But
offline
it's
about
there.
that.
I mean, it's there though. It's there. I mean, I'm coming along. I've been cutting. I have sleep token earrings I made.
Right.
We can
But
use
I
it in
am
today's
actually doing a
episode.
time check. So I was like, girl, we got to get into this fucking
I know I
episode.
looked at the time check too. I was like, oh my God, we got like half an hour. Let's go.
I feel like this might end up being a two-parter
This might be a
because
two-parter.
I don't
It might
think
not be because,
there's a
mm,
lot to get into.
but I've said all I can say on this.
Anyway, we are up to season 4, episode 20, Long Live the Queen. The original
Mm,
air date is May 2nd, 2002. The writer this week is Krista. Burnoff, her full credits are in season 3, episode 3, Once Upon a Time. Krista will end up writing for 8 episodes of Shameless,
okay.
including season 3, May I Trim Your Hedges, where Frank tells Carl he has cancer to scam a charity. And
Okay. Okay.
Kev's wife Cheryl pretends her sister's kid is his, leading Fee to go whoop that ass after she admits that. Yeah, you remember that episode.
I do not, but okay. I've never
You
watched
don't remember
it.
that episode? Yes,
I
you.
didn't
I
watch
feel
it.
like me and you talked about Shame. I feel like you fell off the Shameless train at one point.
I might have
Anyway,
watched maybe like half of the first season when we were having to sell it.
and probably anyway, those who have watched Shameless know exactly what episode I'm talking about and can see the little fingerprints in this episode. Monica and Allison also serve as story editors. Allison goes on to write The Candidate in Scandal's 5th season, where Melly and Olivia edit Melly's book while drinking the hooch. You watch Scandal. I know you remember that episode.
It was so good. Mm.
And for us Brothers and Sisters fans, Monica wrote the episode of Brothers and Sisters, 316, Troubled Waters, where Kitty gets her baby. The director this week is John Parr. His full credits are in season 2, episode 14, Part of My Past. The guest stars this week, The Seer is back. Jeff Meek as Dane, 40 acting credits, including Castle and Criminal Minds. Joel West was not credited for his role of Malik. However, he has 23 total credits, including
Mm.
CSI Miami and Days of Our Lives. Jamie Gomez as Greg Conroy, 68 acting credits, including 21 Jump Street and CSI. And Aldous Hodge as Trey, 86 acting credits, including Supernatural and Black Mirror. A blink and you'll miss it cameo appearance. The trivia this week, Krista, the writer of the episode, plays the female innocent in the hologram.
Mm.
Holly and Jamie previously worked together on an episode of Picket Fences titled This Little Piggy. The music we heard in this episode was Courage, the Sam Dent band version by Michael Dana on the DVD, and we got Courage by Sarah Polly on Peacock or in streaming. I'm taking my sip.
Take your sip, girl. And go.
The IMDb synopsis is: the source and his queen have to prove that they are truly evil by killing Piper and Paige in order to prevent a civil war from breaking out in the underworld. The DVD synopsis is: when Phoebe helps her sister save an innocent, she and Cole face a bloody coup unless she proves her dark allegiance by killing Piper and Paige. Our synopsis.
Here we go.
Phoebe
Here we go.
embraces her role in Cole's life, yet she sets out to save an innocent after having a premonition and she seeks her sister's help in protecting that man, Greg. Meanwhile, Piper's heart doesn't seem to be all in it as she prepares to defend her family against the new threat of
Yikes.
the underworld. My God.
My God.
I do have I have takes. I have 12. We're going to fly through them, but I did
Okay.
want to note one thing before we actually jumped into it.
Okay.
Jeremy T on TikTok said in one of our videos, I just realized if he kills the source, he becomes the source. And Leo didn't think to question that when Cole helped kill the source. Those girls deserve Natalie as their white lighter. I just want to piggyback on that really quickly. Somebody else in our comments said, my hate for Leo was rage bait. It's not, baby. It's not.
I
I
think
don't
he
need to
still
rage bait
serves as
y'all.
rage bait.
Somebody else said, why do you keep replying to comments with the clips of your podcast? Because one, work smarter, not harder. Two, if I have
Why
a
do you keep
fucking
because
clip,
you commented to the I wouldn't even why'd you even bring that one up? Couldn't see that's why I don't stay in your comments. I know I should be a better partner.
but y'all be crazy sometimes.
Right,
Leo,
right, right.
and let's give Leo the benefit of the doubt of him not knowing that whoever helps kill the source becomes a new source. Why wouldn't you check anyway? Cole is still half demon. Like, why didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, you didn't assume. I mean, that man walked around looking like a crackhead for a good solid 3 weeks. Sweat pouring out of his pores, running down his face, and he was like, he had a migraine. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, this is
Somebody though in
Phoebe.
our comments said, not to victim blame, but are we ever going to say that some of the issues that Phoebe deals with is because of Phoebe? And ma'am, you stand up and you take a bow, okay?
I'ma just say this. That comment leads right into my first note. This is Phoebe's princess fantasy come true.
Yes, 100%.
The seer is evil, but she's not wrong about having to compromise, especially in this day and age. And also, it's only been a week. How are you this needy already?
Already though, already have you already? This is just evil Phoebe. Nothing else has changed. She's always been needy.
I
Always.
know. Why can't the ceremony happen in the underworld? I know women wrote this episode and also edited this episode, but this episode plays into all the negative stereotypes about pregnancy, and it makes me so mad because y'all know better.
Yep, yep.
Y'all know better. Like, my God. Oh, it's just hormones. It's just Shut up, bitch. It's not just hormones.
Think that's and I know it's for the plot because I know you're gonna post this, and then somebody's gonna be like, "Well, of course they had to do it because it's for the plot." But once she became Queen Phoebe, why are we doing anything in this penthouse?
Right? Again, why can't the ceremony happen in the underworld?
Why are we having meetings in the? Why are we having demonic meetings in the penthouse, knowing that her sister? One, you don't trust the queen, and two, her sisters are still around. It sounds like a setup. It might be a setup. Why are we not doing this in the underworld?
Three, how does it become a penthouse? Who lives under the fucking penthouse? It's not all demons in this fucking building. Anyway, I was definitely upset about pregnancy when I wrote this note because it says, see, babies are evil. Um, Scald her flesh. This one duplicates my freezing power and scalds her flesh. And poor Paige is like, we don't got to do all that. Like, you
I
wildin'.
mean, she chose her husband. You probably would have gotten that too. I'm like, we might as well just take her out. Took this bitch.
I do
She
want
killed
to
my sister.
know Whenever Piper is in mourning, she wears brown. Because in Hell Hath No Fury, when she's at her peak, it's that brown outfit.
Okay,
The brown
okay.
leather pants, the brown shirt, the brown leather jacket. This episode, brown leather jacket, the same brown shirt, or maybe a similar brown shirt. Brown is her mourning color. And if I didn't like Piper, how could I notice that? Because somebody else said, ugh, the only reason why I don't like Leo is because I don't like Piper. Suck my dick. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've
Wild,
ever heard.
wild. If that's not
Sorry, Red.
misogyny on the forefront.
Um, if you can feel her pain, why are you walking on eggshells? Y'all better call him and his other cops out. This is Piper saying, when do we believe demons?
When did they believe demons before?
When it's coming from Cole. Because it's coming from, no pun intended, but it's coming directly from the source. But when it comes to Leo, who always afraid to go to the underworld or even really go up to the heavens, how do we know it's true? He hearing it from the man on the corner. He hearing it from Ish. Yo.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
If the episode AKA can't be Wicker We're Queer, it's going to be the elders listen to the J. Anyway,
I'm done with you.
you're right. Uh, why can't Piper freeze Phoebe if she's evil?
They not allowed to use like their powers. No, because they have used their powers on each other before.
And
I don't
technically, the
know.
Brook of Shadows is the power of three doesn't exist if they use their powers against each other. But if Phoebe's evil, she doesn't have that protection.
Hmm.
Paige is trying to be a dutiful sister, but this is actually all her fault.
Is it all her fault? Or is it, do you think it's all her fault?
I feel like Paige is the catalyst because she remember
Had a
in
lick of common sense?
and we're off to see the wizard. She was the one who blurted out, "We think he's the source," and pushed Phoebe closer into Cole's arms than into theirs. So
Do you
while
think that
yes,
would have
it's
happened anyway?
I don't think we had the writing time for that, unfortunately. So I feel like this is the only way it could have happened. If they
Okay,
had
okay.
extended this to season 5, yes, but
Which I
given
think would have been the proper thing to do.
yeah, because just one episode of them. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, but it's been a week. We needed more time. Um,
It should have ended, like this season finale should have ended with how typically they do the door closing? It should have ended with the triquetra breaking up.
yeah. Uh, Phoebe, you can't be this stupid. I mean, yeah, you can, but damn, sis. Cole told
About
you
what, the
about
drink?
no, told you about like you gotta fucking act like you got some fucking sense, dumb bitch. You can't be out here fucking killing demons every 2 seconds and acting stupid. This
She
is
don't have no.
definitely yeah.
Even when she was going to kill Elise, I was, yeah.
Oh, I said this on Twitter, and I was like, I'm waiting for this episode to say it.
Okay.
Honestly, there's a look Cole gives Phoebe in this episode where he's just like,
Is all of it worth it? Was any of it worth it?
this bitch gotta go. And it's in
Yes.
the beginning of the episode. It's in the beginning of the episode. Oh, this is Phoebe's princess dream come true. She gets to be as bratty as she wants because she's the queen. And everybody has to bow down to her. And if you don't immediately bow down to Queen Phoebe, you die, because she killed 5 demons because they were annoying her. How am I supposed to, keep my kingdom in control if you kill everybody the minute you get upset? Like, I know we're evil, but let's have some decorum, you dumb bitch.
Because she's stupid.
And fucking Leo wanna pipe up. You can't be a part charm one and you can't be part demon. Shut the fuck up. Where were you? Where the fuck were you?
I when the White Liners be having their quarterly reviews, right? Does he just
Honestly,
get a pass because he has the charm ones? Because there's no way, especially after
n-
this fumble.
he was moving like a motherfucker who was about to lose his job. The way he wasn't worried about Piper in the way a husband should be worried about Piper. He was worried about Piper in a sense of, oh shit, if we lose this charm one, I'm fucked. Like we lost Prue.
Natalie
How do
on my
I?
watch, like, bro, the bodies lining up behind this man is wild.
Oh, I don't know. You know, when she lost Prue, she almost lost herself, and she loses Phoebe. I don't know what. Like you, you never know how to comfort this woman, and you basically asking the stranger, like, how I can make her happy. You are a white lighter who has an empathic relationship with your charges. I feel like if this is your wife and also were charged, that empathic relationship, you should already know what to do. And the
But
fact
I mean,
that
he
you,
admits it, right? When the scene where Piper gets drunk, which is my favorite scene of this entire episode. It's nothing else, but it's the
yes,
fact.
nobody listens. Ugh. Do you know how many times I have wished I can do that? Just like free somebody, like nobody fucking listens to me and continue my drink.
Yeah.
But that scene also pisses me off too because we didn't want to believe it. We wanted a normal life. Since when did we want a normal life, Leo? Since when? Because every time I start talking about having kids, you start talking about how we're not gonna have a normal life. So you gotta factor that in. Which one is it? Anyway, um, this isn't gonna make sense because you don't. Well, you watch the last. You don't watch it. Mel played The Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why we don't ever have code names or fucking like code phrases
We've said that
because
before. Yeah, we've said this before.
uh because on The Last of Us, like Joel, you have killed so many people. Why be telling people your real name? Why? This is Itsy.
It's
I'm Bitsy. Why? Why?
it's
Why do we
wild
use
they
our?
haven't gotten arrested. The amount of shit that they done from Peru to now.
It's just poor Greg. You so desperate to believe Phoebe's coming back. Phoebe is so prideful. There was no way she was going to the manor on bended knee. Somehow, I'm sorry, guys. We gotta kill my man. There was no way that was ever believable. And the fact, first of all, poor Greg. Let's add Greg to the list of bodies because the minute you start seeing that fucking shimmer effect, you gotta get out of there. You gotta go. How you a guardian angel but don't got no fucking Peter tinkle? I don't get it.
Every
I don't
week, I
fucking
feel
get it.
like I need to put down a shirt because every week,
Like we all
when
know
when Phoebe turns into Cole and the look of like Pikachu.
we all know by this point what a transformation looks like or what the beginnings of a transformation looks like. The minute I start seeing like the fucking inflatable balloon man, I'm fucking out of there. Me and Greg are gone. Yo, that fireball would have hit air. It would have went right through me. I'd have been gone. Fuck out of here.
The fact that Cole has done this so many times over the past season, where he has been, and it's nobody has ever pieced it. Remember when he was Leo and he was talking to Paige?
The
Yo, and no
Walking
one.
Dead The Walking Dead does it so well because Michonne, whenever she's using the radio, she doesn't even use her name. She says it's Daito and her daughter's name is Shoto. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Like, I don't know who this is. I'm listening on the radio. On Supernatural, if you ever get separated, you go to the first motel, and you
Right.
book under whatever name. These bitches.
It is a miracle that they have, well, some of them have survived this long. When
I,
when Phoebe tells, this is the only Phoebe tells Cole, I've written two, I have two papers in my hands.
Ooh, ooh. I actually wrote that shit down. Um, where is it? I actually wrote the whole shit out because it didn't even make no sense. Fuck, I can't find it.
Why you
Either
ain't
way, we
lock
don't have
that
time
bitch
for me
up
to find
though?
it.
But why you ain't lock that bitch up? When she was like, it's either you or my sisters, obviously, and I haven't decided. Why did you not throw her away and throw away the key? I'm so confused. Why would you allow her to continue? The moment she was like, I don't know which one I'm gonna pick, that woman is carrying your child, and she's a charm one. Guards, guards, guards.
Cole Turner in this episode is the perfect example of a manipulative man and a liar. You held my hand and walked me through that coronation long before anybody gave you a drink. Lie. I gave her chocolates. You,
He said a
ha,
drink. He ain't say
eh,
chocolates. He said a drink.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. He is a manipulative man.
I
No,
mean, but he said stand 10 toes down. You knew that I was the source at that point. You knew I was going to be coronated the source, and now all of a sudden, woo woo, we, my sisters, the guards lock this bitch up.
mm.
Could you
But
imagine the
Paige,
seer and the source? That'd have been so hot,
Paige ate with
unstoppable.
you, evil son of a bitch. Oof, ooh, mm.
But also, when they orbed into the apartment, I was like, and this is why he and which y'all bitches orbited.
Ugh, this is a failure on his part and a failure on the charm one's part. I just feel like there is no way the elders can blame the charm ones for having evil detection rings. Like, let's say they curse, not a curse, but they enchant a ring that whenever they're in the presence of evil, it glows. Blah 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 blah. I
Why is
feel
that not a cantrip? Okay, why do none of them three bitches have detect magic, good or evil? Okay, for my D&D people,
why
you
does
know why is that not a spell that these bitches have?
and once Cole realized that all hell was breaking loose, why didn't you enchant the penthouse? I'm not trying
They
to
tried to
victim
orb
blame.
in, and they would have gotten their particles would have gotten bounced right out. Mm.
Yo, Piper's on 10, and this is the fastest I've seen Leo heal someone.
He know he was about. He knew he was about to be next.
Be chopped. Yo.
This is why you always go after the cleric, right? You take out the cleric. Ain't no
Yo.
healing if the cleric's dead, bitch.
That's when we should have known that fucking Phoebe was evil when she didn't want to save him from the ghosts. Oh,
Mm.
you real evil hoe. I will just say Paige's line delivery when she said, "Damn it, where are my sisters?" has always irritated my soul. I don't know why it bothers me. It feels like it's ADR, but very sloppily done ADR. And also, I don't think you've ever really called for your sisters like that. Like,
You don't like these hoes. You like being right. First of all, You just threw up in the bathroom. Don't fucking kiss me, okay? Don't fucking kiss me. But we gonna let that slide. Cole knew what was about to happen when she pulled it back.
Mm-hmm.
That ah, so
Mm-hmm.
upset. I'm so upset. I'm still
I
upset to this
know.
day. To this day. Cause she could have saved him
I
last week. You
remember.
ain't asked no fucking questions. He was so close and just being Cole. And less than a week later, you vanquished him.
Because honestly, Phoebe Halliwell is so much of a pick me. In real time watching this, I really didn't know if she was really going to choose her sisters.
Oh, the first time I watched this, I hands down thought she was going to choose Cole. Why would you choose? I was like, you barely like Paige. Piper got in there. I was like, oh, okay, this is about to be the Cole and Phoebe show. Like, I was so hyped for season 5.
You were
I
out
thought it
here.
was going to be
You
Phoebe and Cole against the other two for season 5. When I say I was hyped, and then she put that last crystal down, I was mad at her. I don't think I remember watching the last scene. I turned my shit off and went to go do something else. I was pissed. I was so mad.
when she said "God forgive me," I was like, "Oh, we talking whatever side it is called when it's your sibling." But is this what we talking about? You asking for God for forgiveness? Okay, okay. And then she kissed him. She kissed him. If did you see you did see the video of the New Jersey fireman?
Yes, the kiss of death. Yes, the
Yes,
mafia
that's
kiss
what
of
she
death.
get.
That's what she gave
Yeah,
him. That's what she gave him.
I know everything. I know everything. You fucking cunt.
I was like, damn, damn.
I saw his penis. I wasn't impressed. Would it hurt more if you were impressed? Anyway,
But she just lost out to pension, man. I mean, girl, play your cards, girl.
he said, I know how many plan Bs. Bitch, more than one? Whore! You whore! Anybody who's still on this bitch side, get the fuck out! Um,
And with that, Cole is
no, I will
vanquished.
say, I do like the fight between not the fight, the argument between Piper and her gang and Phoebe after they saved Greg. That's not fair. Like they showed up to work today.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It was cute. She wanted it all. She wanted to be a charmed one, and she also
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be queen of the underworld. I think Queen of the Underworld comes with a better package than the Charmed ones, clearly, because your sister's in a mausoleum. But I mean, that was also her fault too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Rewatching it, I guess you can see the signs that she was going to pick her sisters. But 16, 17-year-old me knew for a fact that season 5 was going to be Leo stepping in as a charmed one.
This episode, everybody showed up to act, and the only thing that would have made that scene better is if Phoebe had fell to her knees right by the burn spot and started and was sobbing, just like.
Not by the burn spot.
I mean, that's what she did last time.
Call on me through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. That I mean, that's what the last scene was given. When you are weak, I will be strong.
I have sisters, but I'm the baby, and I've I've always wondered what that would feel like when you're
After
that
you killed your
heartbroken.
man, and then your sisters come and
No,
grave you. Oh,
no, no. Whatever heartbreak it may be, uh, work, school, love, friendship, whatever, when you just need like your sister to hold you and make you feel better. I've always wondered what that was like. That seems comforting and loving. What is that like? Somebody explain that feeling to me.
oh Lord.
What?
You act like you
Um,
and I have never gotten into bed and cuddled.
Yeah, but a lot of alcohol was probably involved.
No, you and I have just cuddled to cuddle. You didn't like it at first, but I don't care. I'm the hugger of this relationship. I don't care.
This is another Crystal Kung trait I have. Neither one of us like to be judged.
Mm-mm. If Crystal comes back to Real Housewives, I'll watch it again. I liked her because she saw something for who something really was.
You are an inappropriate, awkward person. The
Ah,
fact that that sentence destroyed something.
and those leather pants are ugly.
No, 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 no. For why is Leo smiling at the end of this episode? You did nothing. You did nothing.
Leo is smiling at the end of the episode because now he know he don't have to go back to his elders and be like, "Fuck, I lost another charm boy." That is why Leo is smiling at the end of this episode. Not for nothing else, but I mean, could you
Leo is
imagine having been stuck in the underworld, have come back and the baddest of all baddest bitches that is ever supposed to be born is on the floor dead, and you got to go report that to the elders because clearly they don't be paying attention.
This episode is hilarious if you look at it from the point of view of those 80s TV shows and movies
Yeah.
where the cop has he got 1 week to save his job or he off the force.
Do you see
That's
this?
how Leo is moving throughout this whole episode. Damn it, Wyatt. Not only did you lose Prue, we've lost fucking Phoebe to the underworld. You got 1 week to make this right, or you're out of here.
Could
You're
you
fucking
do
gone.
you understand? And this is what I was expecting as 17-year-old me. Him having to go back to the elders. The elders coming in and playing a massive role season 5 because what the fuck? The charm ones have been split because she wants to go get hot demon penis. For a hot second at 17 years old, what I thought we were getting, and then she put that final crystal down. When I said I turned off my TV and walked away. I'm so mad.
All right, Peppa Pig.
Click.
Going back to the where she almost killed Elise. Damn. That like everybody showed up to work that day.
I
And it
mean,
was
at least deserved it, right? You've had a boss where you wish you could have just been like, toot.
no. From Cole standing in the doorway, like you don't know how close to death you are, you dumb bitch. Phoebe being crazy, unhinged. She was drunk with power.
And she didn't even use it in a good way. Get out of here.
Yeah, they did a disservice of making her a joke when it came to being evil. Oh, it's hormones, baby.
I know
When
that they didn't want this to be the Cole and Phoebe show. I get that,
mm-hmm.
which is why it wraps up next season. But there's so much that could have been done with this storyline. Her
Yeah.
not being a brat and her leaning into being the, oh my gosh. Her and the seer having like an evil duo.
We were robbed of a good storyline.
Or maybe even
But
Colin. I would have been taking Colin the seer too a little. Because at that point, it's not even like a May December romance, right? Because they both old as fuck, technically.
mm,
And we'd have gotten our first interracial romance or our only.
mm, only. Um Oh, I found it. Cole, my heart breaks as I write this letter to you. The pain of having to choose between you and my sisters is becoming more than I can take. I know you feel that this choice had already been made when I married you, but it isn't that simple. As much as my sisters cried to see me, you're you with evil. They never use magic to try and change my mind. You have betrayed my trust. Essentially, it's because he was drugging her, is why she wanted to leave him.
So if he never gave her the tonic, we wouldn't have That so it wasn't the fact that he was evil, it was the fact that she was taking tonic. Get out of
Mm-hmm.
here. Get out of here, bitch.
It was timing. That's yeah. It was yeah. And like I said, he been microdosing her from the start. So
So if she had just asked to take the time. Could you imagine your entire sisterhood and relationship was based on the fact that he didn't ask to take the tonic and just gave it to her?
mm-hmm. And then when he backed you into a corner, you did it anyway. So he said, "Prove that I can trust you now. Drink that shit, bitch. Gulp, gulp."
Gulp, gulp.
And then he tried to make it like, "Oh, I know what it's like to have good and evil fighting inside you, and I just didn't want you to deal with that." Shut up.
I
Shut
mean,
your
you know, the
mouth.
17-year-old me was like, that makes sense.
He got a point. He got a point.
You got a point. You
I
got a
know the
point.
note is Cole is so manipulative. I hate that I love it. He's such a good lawyer.
That makes sense. Okay, I would have taken it. I'm so glad that he was looking out for me.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
look at me now, 20 some odd years later, reading dark romance and manipulative men.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My weakness has always been a smart, evil man.
Right, right. Which is why it did not make
Hmm.
any sense. The source would not have been like, oh, okay, you said you're going to leave me or leave your sisters for good. Nah, he'd lock that bitch up. See her.
Not to spoil next week's episode, but the seer had them bitches in a cage that no magic can let you out of. So yeah. Um
Black woman got to do it all the time. All the time.
that said, I think I'm going to give this episode 10 out of 10 forgotten Emmy nominations because everybody showed up to work today. Everybody, asterisk Leo, everybody showed up today. Okay. All right, I'm lying. He showed up too because I said earlier this is the fastest I've seen him heal anybody. But the
Because it'd have
actor
been
showed
him
up.
and Cole would have fucked him up.
Yeah, the acting, the story, it still holds up.
That shit hold up.
But yeah, I can find so many different things wrong with this episode, but it still hits the same beats, and that's a credit to them acting their asses off. And yeah, I guess like I said, 10 out of 10 forgotten Emmy nominations
It was
because
good.
the show was on a little network called WB and y'all didn't want to take that shit seriously until motherfucking heebie jeebies. But anyway,
J Ho W W me W. That was my shit. W W me W. Hey ho W. Everybody go. Hey 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 hey. Okay, I'm sorry.
what are you rating it?
I'm gonna rate this episode 8 crystals. I mean, it was good. It was good. There were things I would have been done differently. I thought we were getting set up for a huge showdown. I mean, but we see that a lot in the show where they still kind of
Pivot.
did the episode, the Demon of the Week type of format.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was good. I mean, it's not like we didn't. It's not like I didn't watch all 8 seasons, right? And we got. I mean, we could have had so much, and we ended with Billy, but we're not there yet. So,
Why cry about tomorrow's pain?
right, right, right. So, on that note, anything else, darling?
Um, no. Sometimes your dream girl is actually a nightmare bitch.
Wow.
In that first scene, the look that Cole gave Phoebe, he realized she chose the wrong Hallowell. She was good for a fun time, but she's not good for a long time. Cause
Now you're gonna
you
have to
get that
like
little
post
hoe.
that scene on TikTok.
Well, I will. I don't care. Cause he really looked at her like
He
in
looked at
front
her
of my
like,
friends.
"This how you act? Is you don't got no decorum. Your mom, oh, your mom ain't teach you nothing.
You ain't got no
Your grandma
mom.
ain't teach you nothing."
Oh, you ain't got no grandma either.
Remember, grandma had to
Damn.
leave
This
teach her
is.
something before she rolled down the stairs.
Remember, her nickname was Freebie in high school. So,
You're
what did
right.
grandma actually teach you?
You're right. You're right. And with that, some home teaching.
This is the worst Mother's Day episode of Black Girl Charm. Some witches be hoes.